Okay, so I'm out in Pacifica and the weather is amazing. It's, I don't know, it's probably like mid-70s. There's an offshore breeze and completely clear blue skies, and actually I see a whale going by. Let me see if I can zoom in on the whale. Ooh, there's a bunch of whales actually. So I've got a couple options here. I can look to the north and I can look to the south. Let me show you the options. Okay, so this would be challenging because there's not a lot of light and shadow. So I'm gonna keep looking. Okay, this is another possibility, but because I'm looking directly into the sun, there's not a lot of color in this scene. I have done this scene before with good results, but I'm gonna keep looking around. Okay, so basically I'm looking for another view that has like better light and shadow. So I'm kind of like climbing down these cliffs. I'll show you what I'm looking at. All right, so there's a trail that goes down, and I could see some, you know, rocks down there that might be interesting. Here's kind of the view of the area. That's looking up north towards San Francisco. Definitely steep through here. Wow, the waves are pretty big today. And that's looking south towards Pacifica. All right, I'm thinking of doing these rocks off to the left here, and I'm gonna have to kind of improvise a bit. So I'm just gonna set up and get started. Okay, I've got my usual materials here, palette cup with some liquid in it, and brush cleaner with odorless mineral spirits. Got a palette knife for cleaning my palette. Today's one of those rare warm days on the coast. It's actually pretty hot. I had to take my sweatshirt off. That's unusual. But anyway, I'm set up on like a slope here, so it's kind of a precarious setup. I'll do the best I can to capture the process. I'm also running low on battery. So there's like kind of a rock outcropping that comes out here. It's got shadow on this side. There's shadow right about there. Kind of some random little shadow spots. I don't know if you can see this. So this is like a little rock outcropping. Then here is the shadow that the rock is casting on the water. And then this sort of cliff here, the top is in light, and then this is almost all in shadow, this whole cliff here. So we'll have light on the top, then a few spots of light right on this little bump out here, and then down below there's also some light in the foreground here. So lately I've been using a mixture of alizarin crimson and ultramarine blue to sort of block in the shadows, and then I come in afterwards and kind of fine-tune the colors. But at least that first, you know, sort of defines where the shadow shapes are. And the mixture of alizarin crimson and ultramarine is not, it doesn't seem to, you know, dirty the next layer of paint that you put on it. So that's what I'm going to do next. All right, so next I'm going to start with some of the water. Usually I don't like to have this much light on my palette in the panel, but it's just, I don't really have a choice just because of the location. I can see this water needs to be a little bit lighter. All right, these rocks down below here are actually, they're very dark, but they're in the light, so it could be kind of tricky to make those work. And I'll just get everything covered and then I'll fine tune things. All right, and there's a lot of yellow in this cliff front here. Okay, the darkest area on the painting is actually the shadow side of these rocks here. Oops, too light. Okay, so the ice plant up top here has kind of got some red in it. All right, so I just stepped back and I want to have some white water going off up into the right-hand corner. I'll show you what I mean. I was a little concerned that the horizon was not visible. You know, I usually like to have a place for the eye to go, and obviously the horizon works for that purpose. So, but it seemed like it was okay. There was, like I said, good light and shadow, and kind of interesting. So I think I'll go back and do a larger panel, but I'll do a few compositional sketches beforehand just to kind of get an idea of what I want the rocks to do, and just kind of make some changes. But anyway, it was a beautiful day out there. Thanks for coming along, and I will see you in the next video.